Good morning, dear children. Once again, welcome to your Mohanty's Geography class. Today we will start the second unit, that is India Physical Environments Physiography. Your chapter name is Structure and Physiography. So before we will start the Physiography of India, we should know the geostructure of our earth. It was believed that our earth is approximately 460 million years old. So before the structure of the earth, it was whole of the earth, all the land masses and all the water bodies are one big landmass that was known as Pangea. Okay. Then, during the course of time, it was divided into two big landmasses. The northern part it was known as Angara land, and the southern part it was known as Gondwana land. It was believed that our India, southern part of India, was the part of Gondwana land. Okay, so what are the forces responsible for the formation of the landforms of the earth? That are endogenic force, exogenic force and lateral movement. So what do you mean by endogenic force? Endogenic force means the forces that is created in the interior of the earth, like lava or the plate movements, that is known as endogenic force. And what are the exogenic force? Exogenic force are what are the outside forces responsible for the different landforms of the earth, like your wind, heat from the sun and the forces of water are responsible to change the landforms on the surface of the earth. That is exogenic force. Then the most important, it is lateral movement. What is lateral movement? Lateral movement means this also subdivided into three categories. One is convergent, divergent and transform boundary. First one is convergent. Convergent means, see, look at the picture here. The arrows are coming together. The plates that comes towards each other is known as convergent. Means one upon the another, they are coming together. And while the plates separated from each other, that is known as divergent movement. While the plates coming towards each other, that is known as convergent movement. And while the plates, they move towards each other, away from each other, they are moving away from each other, that is known as divergent movement. Then third one is your transform movement. That this is the vertical movement. They come up one plate across the another plate. That is known as transform boundary. Okay, these are the forces. They are responsible for the formation of the lithosphere or the land structure of the earth. As you know, India is a large landmass formed during different geological periods. As I said, the earth, it was believed the earth was 460 million years old. The earth is 460 million years old. So our India's landform, it is also during different geological period influenced hot relief features. जो हमारी इंडिया की रिलीफ फीचर्स है, जैसे कि हिमालय से एंड पेनिनसुलर पार्ट है, डेजर्ट पार्ट है, ये ऑल दीज आर द रिलीफ फीचर्स. These are formed during not in only one period of time that formed different geological period. Okay. Besides geological formation, in number of processes, just not like that कि only geological periods में ये अर्थ की structures changes हुए कि not only our India structure it is changed only during geological formation. Other processes are responsible. Just like I said, exogenic forces. What are these exogenic forces? Weathering, erosion, deposition have created and modified the relief to its present form. जो हमारी nowadays India, what are the relief features आज we are seeing today, that is not formed in one day or 1 year or 100 years. It took millions and millions of years. So in this chapter we will understand the different types of landforms. Okay, already discussed what are the forces responsible for the formation of geostructure of the earth. Now we will read about what are the forces. These forces, endogenic, exogenic and lateral movements, are responsible for the formation of the earth. Okay, but now we will read what are the main landforms of India. What are the effects of plate tectonic on Indian landform? So, as you know, Gondwana land, it includes India, Australia, South Africa, South America and Australia. See, this is in the southern part of our earth. Then, due to the split of all these Gondwana lands in Indo-Australian plate that is separated from Antarctica, South America and South Africa. And this Indo-Australian plate that moves northward. And due to the northward drift result the collision of the plate with much larger Eurasian plate. Eurasian plate, it is in the northern or Angara land of the earth. Okay, this Indo-Australian plate, again it is separated from Australia and it moves northward. And it, due to the collision of which plate? Eurasian plate. Collision with Eurasian plate, the sedimentary rocks are formed. Which rocks are formed? Sedimentary rocks are formed, and our Himalaya is the result of this collision between Indian plate and your Eurasian plate. In between Indian plate and Eurasian plate, there was a sea that was known as Tethys Sea. Which sea? Tethys Sea. See, and this Himalaya was formed due to the collision of Indian plate and your Eurasian plate. And the Himalayas, it was formed due to fold mountains, and it is known as Yongfold mountain. Okay, so as you see the diagram of or the map of India here, the southern part as show here from Aravalli. See, from the Gujarat or Rajasthan Kutch se Aravalli, so Aravalli towards the मेघालय एंड देन कार्बी, वहाँ से जो साउथवर्ड एक्सटेंशन है, ये सारे इंडियन प्लेट है एंड इट वाज द पार्ट ऑफ गोंडवाना लैंड, ओके। देन so India's geostructure, how it was formed, it was divided into 3 different types of landform. India's landform divided into 3. What are the first one is your peninsular block. First one is your peninsular block. As I show you the southern part, it is known as peninsular block. Okay, next one is your Himalayas and peninsular mountains. Himalaya mountains are present in the northern part of India, north and northeast part of India. So these mountain ranges are the result of the collision of this Indian plate with Eurasian plate, okay. It is also in northern part of the earth. That is why these Himalayan fold mountains, young fold mountains are formed. Then your third landform, it is your Indo-Ganga-Brahmaputra plain. Due to this Himalaya formation and this peninsular block formation, and in between this Himalaya and peninsular block, there is the, it was as already I said, Tetsi Sea was there, and that Tetsi Sea was believed that this area was covered with the sediments comes from the Himalayan mountain ranges and forms the Ganga Brahmaputra, Indus Ganga Brahmaputra plain area, okay. So these are the 3 types of landforms created by the plate tectonic movement. As you know, what are the 3 Indian geostructure? First one is peninsular block, second one is Himalayas and peninsular mountain. Why I said Himalayas and peninsular mountains? Because it is in western part से नॉर्थ, देन नॉर्थ ईस्ट पार्ट में क्या है, हिमालयन माउंटेन रेंज. बट दिस साइड, दिस इज द ईस्टर्न पार्ट, दिस साइड some hills are connected from these peninsular mountains. That is why it is known as Himalayas and peninsular mountains, okay. Then in between Himalayas and peninsular block there is Indo, western part में Indus river, then Ganga, then your Brahmaputra plains are there. So these are the 3 types of landforms or Indian landforms. One by one we will discuss about all. So first we will discuss about peninsular block. Okay my dears. So first what we will discuss about peninsular block. As you know, peninsular block, it was the oldest landform. So we will discuss about the peninsular block. As you see, this part is known. First we will read its extension. Okay, west from Kutch, Rajasthan, Aravalli. Rajasthan ki parts also known as a part of peninsular block. How? Now it is a sandy land, but below the sands, the rocks found, the geologists say that the rocks that was found here, it was from the peninsular part. These rocks found under the sands of the Rajasthan are the part of this peninsular block or the origin from that period. Okay, so its west to east extension we will read first. That is from Kutch, Gujarat, then your Rajasthan, then your Aravalli, then from this side it is Chota Nagpur Plateau, and here it is Rajmahal Hills also here, then your Meghalaya Plateau, then its extension towards Karbi Plateau. Okay, ये from west to east, and all these southern part are the part of peninsular block, and this is eastern side and this is western side. As you know why this portion is known as peninsular, because this portion, this landform, it is surrounded by three sides by water bodies. This side, western side, your Arabian Sea, eastern side your Bay of Bengal, and southern side your Indian Ocean. That is why it is known as the peninsular block, and its west to east extension already I discussed. See, here from Kutch, Gujarat, here Rajasthan, then your Aravalli mountains, and here Ganga Yamuna जो rivers है उसकी पैरेलल चलता है. छोटा नागपुर प्लेट्यू, then your Meghalaya plateau, in between this Rajmahal hills are there, then Karbi plateau. Okay, and this Chota Nagpur plateau is separated by Meghalaya plateau by a fault. This is known as Malda fault. This is known as Malda fault. What are the characters of this peninsular block of India? First one, it was the oldest landform of India. Oldest landform of India, and it is very rigid, not flexible. Rigid means it cannot change easily. Okay, no change takes place in this landform. Means आपकी जो earthquake होता है, this portion of India will not experience the earthquake. Okay, because it is formed due to the volcanic eruption. लावा से ये लैंडफॉर्म बना है, so it is very rigid, and it is the oldest landform. Oldest how? It is from the Precambrian period. When it was formed, this landform was formed Precambrian. It is a geological time scale. Geological टाइम स्केल. सो ये जियोलॉजिकल टाइम स्केल से कौन सी ईयर को हम प्री कैम्ब्रियन पीरियड बोलते हैं. 350 बिलियन टू 550 मिलियन ईयर्स जो पीरियड है, दैट वाज नोन एज प्री कैम्ब्रियन पीरियड. एंड फ्रॉम दैट पीरियड this peninsular block was formed. So what are its characters? As I said, it was the oldest one, rigid, then Precambrian period. Extension already discussed. Then ये जो ईस्टर्न साइड है, दिस इज नोन एज ईस्टर्न घाट. द वेस्टर्न साइड हिल्स आर नोन एज वेस्टर्न घाट. ओके, बट ये जो वेस्टर्न घाट है, दिस वेस्टर्न घाट हिल्स आर हायर हाइट में, ये हायर दैन द ईस्टर्न घाट. एंड ये वेस्टर्न घाट जो है ये कंटिन्यूअस है, एंड यहाँ पे जो हिल्स है उसको ब्लॉक माउंटेन्स बोला जाता है. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय ब्लॉक माउंटेन्स? ब्लॉक माउंटेन्स, लुक एट द पिक्चर हियर. ये प्लेट टेक्टोनिक्स है, ये जो मीन्स इस टाइप की ब्लॉक्स बने हैं, ब्लॉक्स लाइक दिस. ओके, इफ in between two blocks, one block is uplifted, that uplifted part is known as block mountain, and the depressed suppressed part is known as rift valley. So ये जो suppressed part है, ये तो it is believed that it is under the sea. Suppressed part और rift valley है, and the but mostly we found in Western Ghat. What type of mountains? Block mountains we found. Okay, and it is higher than the Eastern Ghat. So as it is higher, so from the rivers originate from the Western Ghat, it flows towards the Eastern Ghat, west to east flowing rivers. तो ये higher, as it is higher mountains, तो इससे नीचे फ्लो किसकी तरफ होता है? स्लोप्स क्रिएट होता है, डाउनवर्ड होता है. सो द रिवर्स फ्लो फ्रॉम वेस्टर्न घाट टू ईस्टर्न घाट क्रिएट्स और फॉर्म डेल्टाज, क्या क्रिएट करते हैं, डेल्टाज क्रिएट करते हैं. एंड as I said, the Eastern Ghat is also discontinuous, मीन्स ये जो हिल्स है वो कंटिन्यूस नहीं है, ये गैप रख रख के हिल्स बने हैं, सो इट इज डिसकंटिन्यूस. दैट्स वाई द रिवर्स फ्लो फ्रॉम वेस्ट टू ईस्ट लाइक योर कृष्णा, कावेरी, गोदावरी, महानदी, all these rivers creates deltas, whereas the rivers that creates here in Madhya Pradesh or Maharashtra areas that flow towards the western or Arabian Sea, that western flowing rivers that creates estuaries. Okay, I will explain you what is the difference between deltas and estuaries in your next chapter, that is your drainage system. Okay, so you have to remember about the peninsular block. What are its characters? ओल्डेस्ट है, रिजिड है, एंड कब से बना है, प्री कैम्ब्रियन पीरियड से, उसकी एक्सटेंशन फ्रॉम विच पार्ट टू विच पार्ट, एंड द रिवर्स दैट फ्लोज द वेस्टर्न घाट एंड ईस्टर्न घाट. आई एम गिविंग सम नेम्स ऑफ द हिल्स दैट फाउंड इन द ईस्टर्न घाट. प्लीज रिमेंबर और फाइंड आउट नलामला हिल्स, जवाड़ी हिल्स, Velikanda hills and Mahendragiri. Okay. Once again we will discuss all these. The extension, that is west to east, that is Kutch, then Rajasthan से Aravalli, then your parallel होके गंगा यमुना प्लेन से छोटा नागपुर प्लेट्यू, then your Rajmahal hills, then your Meghalaya plateau, then Karbi plateau. Okay. Then here also extensions, all these parts are known as Deccan Plateau. Central Highland is also there, Central Highland in between, and it is known as, this eastern part hills are known as Eastern Ghats, as I said, Nalamala hills, Zawadi hills, Palikanda hills, Velikanda hills, and Western Ghat. The Western Ghats are formed by Black Mountains. Okay, so I hope you all are able to understand about the peninsular block. Now we will read about Himalayan and peninsular mountains. What are the characters of Himalayan and peninsular mountains? And these Himalayan mountains are present in the north and northeast part of India. These Himalayan mountains are formed 64 million years ago. When it was formed, 64 million years ago. It's flexible in nature. So what do you mean by flexible? Flexible means it can be changed. Changed in the sense as it is formed out of sedimentary rocks. Okay, it can be increased. The still changing takes place through endogenic and exogenic process. Okay, so just our earthquake, landsliding, all these can take place in Himalayan mountain ranges. That's why it is flexible in nature. Okay, then it's also residual mountains. These mountains means Himalayan and peninsular mountains we are studying. So mainly peninsular mountains are residual in nature. Look at the picture. These semicircular shaped hills are mainly residual. Why? Because erosion takes place. Erosion takes place here. That's why it changed. And the Himalayas, as it is the young fold mountain, so it is peak set. And these are old fold mountains. बहुत बहुत पुराने mountains से. That's why it is means semicircular in shape at the top, because it is eroded. Okay, erode easily. That is why these mountains are known as residual mountains. Okay, and Himalayan mountains are tectonic in origin. Tectonic in origin due to the tectonic plate movement. As already we discussed, the Indian plate moved south towards the northward, and it is collide with collide with Asian, Euro-Asian plate. That's why this Himalaya originate before 64 million years ago. Actually इंडियन प्लेट जो पेनिनसुलर ब्लॉक माउंटेन से वो कोलाइड हुआ यूरेशियन प्लेट के साथ. इन बिटवीन टेथी सी इट वॉज देयर एंड दैट टेथी सी द सेडिमेंट्स डिपोजिटेड इन टेथी सी formed as Himalayan mountains. Okay, the rivers originate in Himalayan mountains are very fast flowing. That's why different types of landforms are created. What are the different types of landforms? Like gorges. What do you mean by gorges? While the river cuts the rocks of the mountains or cut two mountains and flow in between two peaks, that is known as gorges. While rivers cuts the two mountains and flow in between the hills or mountains, that is known as gorges. Okay, as it is very fast flowing, it cuts the rocks and flow in between them. That's why it creates gorges. Okay, the next one is V-shaped valley. In between two mountains, the valleys are created. Jammu and Kashmir is the example of a valley area. Okay, it is created in between the Himalayan mountains. Okay, valleys. Then your rapids. What do you mean by rapids? Rapids means just like the hills are like this, the types of land forms, and the river just overflow these areas, just like the water flows in this way. That is known as rapid. And waterfall, as you know, from a higher place, the water falls on the ground is known as waterfall. These are the different types of landforms created in the Himalayan mountains. Mainly, what are the rivers created in the Himalayan region? The three rivers, Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra. That we will read in next chapter. Okay, this is all about your Himalayan and Peninsular Plateau. Then we will read the next landform, that is third geological division, that is Indo-Ganga Brahmaputra plain. Indo-Ganga Brahmaputra plain. So it was a geosynclinal depression. Please give stress on this geosynclinal depression. Please look at the map here. Northern part it is Himalayan mountains, northeast also Himalayan mountains, and southern part it is the Indian plate, that is peninsular block. In between this Tethys Sea was there, and due to course of time it was created a depression area. Okay, so this depression means बहुत ज़्यादा डेप्थ हो गया है in between the peninsular northward movement में the peninsular block की and Himalayan formation से ये ज़्यादा depressed area हो गया, depression create हो गया, and these depression areas covered with the sediments brought by the Himalayan rivers and the peninsular rivers. Okay, Himalayan rivers and peninsular rivers. So due to the course of time, these in between areas of Himalayas and peninsular block, sediments brought by the Himalayan and peninsular rivers, these plains, this area geosynclinal depression covered with sediments and created a plain area. And it is believed that what is the average depth of the alluvial deposit of this area? It is 1000 meter to 2000 meter. Okay, now also this plain area, the sediments deposited, the best example is our Sundarban. Okay, So this is all about our geostructure of India. Geostructure of India. Then we will read in our next video, we will read about the physiography of India. Till then, bye. Thank you my dears for watching my video.